but I will hit the button again. Because what I've learned with technology is that if the button doesn't work, your best course of action is to unpress the button and then repress the button. And if that doesn't work, well, I mean, what are you, tech support? What are you supposed to do? So, yeah. That's how we're doing. I'm just going to end this here. So, yeah. We hope everything's good. Hello, Run Gooder. Can you guys hear me in the chat? Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. Lime can hear me. Perfect. All right, then. Whew. What a start. You know, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and clearly it shows. Like, there are other people who do these more often and are more experienced, and look, I might be the reigning, defending ambassador of the week for this entire year, but I'm not the home game host of the year, that's for sure. You know? And that's okay. It's hard to be good at everything. Near impossible, and I'm okay to have deficiencies in this department. Anyway, 17 players now signed up for the home game. 19 more coming. Hello, Zoob. Hello, Merciless. Bad Beat Jackpot. I'm going to work my way up. It's the Pits. Congratulations at the Pits, by the way. No free roll flame out today. I know you're whatever the opposite of big fan is. Doc Matouche. Get a Monus. Zep. Smokey. Chameleon. Well, it's really Humilion, but come on. Silent Samurai. Scuddy. And Final Table. Hello, hello. All right. I'm going to see if I can play actual music. Am I allowed to play music? Is anyone going to stop me? I don't know. Anyway, 4 minutes away from the game beginning. We do have some stuff to give away today. We have a $109 ticket that is on my head, which means the first person to KO me will get a 109 ticket. The second person to KO me gets nothing except bragging rights. We also have 4 $55 tickets to give away. One of those will be on Lime Ricky's head. Again, the first person to knock her out will get that ticket. The second person will get nothing. And the other 3 tickets we will give away through keywords and such. Hello, Piano Cat. Hello, Vera. Can we flame out anyway so you can go for coffee? Yeah, I'll do something you don't like. We'll find something that you really hate, and we'll just create an It's the Pits break segment. Anyway, can you hear the music? I don't know if you can hear it. You hear it. Silent music. Western South. Okay, perfect, perfect. This is the music they play at the World Series of Poker before each day of the main event. Like the final 10 minutes or so, they play this song on repeat. I first heard it last year, and I loved it. And a guy who used to work for our media team for Snap Call, who amazing guy, guy named Sean. We miss you, Sean. Anyway, he found what this song was. He Shazammed it, sent it to me, and I downloaded it, and I rocked out to it for a year. So when I heard it again this year, I was like, I'm ready. It's almost like a 2-part song. All right. Anyway, 52 people now in the home game. Again, knock me out first, you get a 109 ticket. Knock me out second, bragging rights. That's really it. This is the hype part of the song, really. So I do have the card cover. I will open it up now. I also might play a game on the side. Why not? Know what I mean? All right, so that needs to be changed. This is why we fiddle with stuff. Easy. All right. Lime, if you could just say like a group hello, I think that would solve the problem. Hey RWC, thank you very much for the well done on my WSOP run. It was amazing, you know? It was an incredible experience even before I'd made the money basically. Do you feel guilty because you have special greetings for everyone individually with like special handshakes? I would love to see Lime Ricky do like secret handshakes. Anyway, game has begun. Cindy Bear on my left. Marchidoni over there. Here's Merciless. If you're in the chat and you're at my table, let me know. I could put a purple tag on you. I don't really say what my tags mean, but purple means that I root for you. That's really actually what it means. I used to have a stable of players. I made them all purple so I could find out where they were, you know? Somebody's deep in a tournament, purple color, great. All right. No, Cindy. Tomorrow, everyone gets their own special message. I don't know, Lime. I'm here tomorrow, too. 5 big blinds. $883. Any special bounties? Well, I'm so glad you asked. I'm so glad you asked that because, yes, there is. $109 ticket on my head. Knock me out, get a 109 ticket if you're the first person. and a $55 bounty on Lime Ricky's head. Hello, Jackson. How you doing? Did we fold the winner? That is a question. Now, you might think I'm spoiling it, but am I? Am I spoiling it? Wasn't spoiling it. See? But yes, I did make the deepest run of any 888 Poker Ambassador in this year's WSOP main event. And you might say, well, it's kind of a fluke. What'd you do last year? Great question. Last year, I also made the deepest run of any 888 Poker Ambassador in the WSOP main event. Very, very pleased with that. Hello, Bad Beat Jackpot. Hello, Fox Force. Well played. Thank you. If you watch the WSOP coverage on their streams, you might have seen my feature table appearance. Short-lived, few hours. But if you don't recognize me from that, it's probably because I was wearing these cool shades. My entire family asked me, since when do you wear sunglasses? And I said, since we're playing for a lot of money and they're looking for physical tells. And it's also very bright. Little open jam here. What do you call with 9x pot open jam? I don't know. It's called by aces. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Oh my god. That is pretty gross. That is unfortunate. Do I think I'll be able to go further next year, Andy, in the main event? No. I mean, probably not. Like 65th out of 10,000 people is really hard. So I'd probably say I'm not going to finish better than that. But the funny thing was, going into this year, 888 Poker has filmed a docu-series about the ambassadors in the main event and how we did and how just following our journey. And I was asked, do I think I'm going to beat last year's record? I was like, no, probably not. I mean, it's still a poker tournament. It's like hard to do well in a poker tournament. It's just one game, and then I did it. So maybe. The shades are nearly as sexy as Darius. Well, I mean, band. Nearly as sexy? Piano Cat? You had a good run here, Piano Cat. Everyone really did appreciate your positive attitude and just friendly nature, but some things are just over the line. It's good that I think I can. Top 30 next year. I mean, there are a few hands that I replay in my head. If they go a little differently, do I make the final 9? I had an ace king hand that I think could have easily gone different. And my opponent who won the hand ended up, I think, getting 12th. Tolga Karakaya is his name. Maybe 13th. And it's funny because online, if I get beat in a spot, I kind of want to see where that player finishes, and I'm a little bit jealous, a little bit petty about it. That could have been me. And while I still have that could have been me feeling, I was very happy to see Tolga run deep. Again, we played for half a day, but he was really friendly and good natured, and like I wish he would have, made the final 9 because he would have been the guy I was rooting for the most. But anyway, yeah, that hand will stick with me for a bit. Just because I know if I win that hand, I get to play a few other hands differently because of deeper chip stacks. And then I probably have a lot more at the position where I busted. Regardless, amazing experience. 125K. Hard to complain. Final table next year. Again, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess next year I go into the bubble with a short stack. I survive. I get 1 pay jump. 17.5K. But Piano Cat, you did prove it. You can say stuff other than meow. I was gonna mention I appreciate your dedication to the bit. My daughter has learned how to say meow. When you ask her what a cat says, she knows. She says meow. Wild 8 is our chip leader now. After that, Pocket 4's 4 on the river. Second place is Darwin, and Noodaloo is third. Doc Matouche rounding out the top 5. And Lime Ricky up to 7th place. Yeah, my daughter's language learning is super important to me. I just, it is like one of the main things I pay attention to. Like, we try to teach her all the animals and the sounds they make because when she repeats them, it's just adorable. So, hello, Renato. Also, hello, Nettie. Family pot. One big happy family pot. Oh, come on. All right. Good luck, Darwin. Pocket aces actually hold. That's not true. They lost. Because, one pair is not as good as 2 pair. Actually, a pretty bad table for pocket aces, everybody. Pretty bad table. Just doubled to second? All right, nice. Let's see if any other 888 ambassadors are playing the game today. We've got Josh Manley, who I think is criminally underused by 888 Poker. Just put him in a nice suit, make him Jeff Platt. Have him roam the hallways of our 888 Poker live events. Showing off his luxurious hair. By the way, Josh Manley is streaming right now. If you're interested, I won't be offended. And Josh is up to 140 big blinds, so pretty good start for him. Watching Josh, listening to me, wonderful. Nice double in the 55. Even though our cards, don't actually work the way it should. Red and a blue one. Red and a blue one. Can we change the song? No. Look at this ambassador table. We got Josh Manley here. We got Komodo Dragon Jesus, who, by the way, I will be doing some work with him in the future. Komodo, our resident cash game expert, and I am on a bit of a poker coaching kick. This is not exactly public knowledge yet. What? I was gonna get coaching from this man? I take it back. Just an 88 big blind rip over a 3 big blind raise? No. Why was I was gonna pay actual money? Why would I do that? And Josh Manley put some money into, so does Can Komea. To be fair, he did get the money in really good. But people say, rigged for streamer, rigged for ambassador. It's not the case, clearly. And he's back. All right, I'll consider it. But yeah, I think I might spend between 5 and 10K on coaching. I have came to a realization that it is harder for me to find time to study. And I want to talk to other people who play this game and play it well and do things that I normally don't do. And it's less about poker theory, solver outputs, what does GTO say, and more about what I just want to be more open-minded about things I can do at the table that might result in an edge and what other people are doing to succeed. And Komodo is crushing cash game streets, and I would love to get better at deep stack poker, and I think he's a great person for me to learn from. Also, he might charge me 0, which would leave the rest of the 5K, 10K to spend on something else. He is all in again. What He did get the money in really good last time. So maybe I shouldn't criticize. What did we have? Jack 6. Dude, Can is crushing it. Look at this. This guy's at 400 big blinds now. 500 big blinds. Unbelievable. Does that mean I'd charge you 0? No, I'm still going to charge people for coaching. I'm just trying to get it for free from other people. Poker Utopia is here. Correct. Yeah, the distinction is I want to get it for free. I'm willing to pay, but I mean, what? Almost 600 big blinds now? Can we just cancel the game and just give the title to Can? Okay. We're going to put a note on Can because a little tag because they're obviously off to a great start, but there is nothing more soul crushing than having a great start and not cashing. And that is until we make the money, that is a possibility. And I don't root it for that to happen, but I do know it does make good content. I tried, Cindy. I tried to give you the stack. I just couldn't get any hands, Nothing I can do. We haven't lost a pot yet. Okay. Do we think Komodo Dragon Jesus rebought this game or no? Do you think he just gave up? That doesn't sound like him. Nope, he's still in. Barely. He just busted a third bullet. I don't even know if you're allowed to buy in again. Unlimited rebuys? What's it say? Structure. Unlimited rebuys, yeah. All right. He bet small on river I just called because I think his range is bluffs and full houses. Look at that. Let's sit call. Just a call. He thought he'd get it all. But turns out he got the minimum. Right, I want to play my button. Ba, 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 ba. All right. So Can is still our chip leader. 61,000. Next closest has 40,000. Oh. And Josh Manley finally gets there. And Can lose a big pot. "15 minutes of the end of late registration. If we're below a starting stack towards the end of late reg, might put some money in. We might decide to be a little aggressive, regardless of our hole cards. Just letting you guys know. Also, if Josh Manley wins a $109 ticket against me, I don't actually know if he's allowed to redeem it. By the way, the password was because there's a game associated with a number 21 that has Jack in it. Oh. I guess, yeah. The hands are mad. People play really aggressively. Open, 3-bet, cold 4-bet. So my guess is Josh Manley has no folds here ever. Ever. He's going to call it or he's going to put more money in. And that is a 5-bet. 6-bet shove. And a call. And somehow, Queen 8 was ahead. Everybody gets to play this aggressive, crazy game except me because of the tickets on my head. It's not fair. Again, we will not reach the guarantee. We've had 127 players buy in. And That's 127 total entrants, not even like unique entrants. So we are so far. Oh, that's actually the wrong tournament. 180 players. So again, we are very far from any sort of actual way to reach the guarantee. We do have 12 minutes left to buy in again. It's been a really rough day if you have the best hand pre-flop. Thankfully, we haven't had that yet. And the best hand goes down in flames once. Oh. Never mind. Sick triple up, bro. Had half a big up to 1.6. They say chip in a chair. That's what they say. So congratulations. Considering it. What? He just jams it? We got top pair, bro. Good kicker. No! Come on. Unbelievable. Congratulations, Poker Utopia. You've won a $109 ticket. Whatever, man. GG. Don't worry, we'll come back. We'll play again. As long as we get the password right. Let's see. Password is 21-888 Jack. Skill difference. You know, I hope you run like that all day, just so you know. All day. You better not use up that run good here. What do you mean, nice one? Why are we congratulating him for this? We should be publicly stoning and flogging him. All right? Way to go. Good luck, Darwin. All right, good news. We're back in. The 109 ticket is no longer on our head. We can rest easy. And we have 7 minutes to spin it up. Ah, you almost saw that, huh? Worst hands? How's it going, worst hands? Parabellums here. Do you think they know that I no longer have the 109 on my head? I don't know. Stoning and flogging seems extreme. I don't know. It was a pretty bad beat, Cindy. I don't know. All right, well. Gamble it up. Oh, top set? Oh. I have 0.1 big blind to sit around with. All right, well, yes, I did show my hand, which is not great, but I have 0.1 big blinds. I'm all in. The real game right now is busting so we can buy in another bullet. 6 minutes. I was suited. What do you mean, how could I? Hey, man, how's it going? Little Greg. Thank you. You were unsuited. Pretty embarrassing for you to be unsuited. And unlucky. All right. But we get a buy in again. Fresh new stack right from the cage. And we get the same table. Chance at revenge. Thank you very much, Worst. I appreciate it. I was pumped to survive day 3 against Pads with a decent stack. I was happy to enter the bubble with an above average stack. And parlay that into a cash. And really, things weren't going that well. Middle of day 4. I think until day 4 and day 5 kind of blend together for me. Let me check my notes. Day 7. Yeah, so day 4 wasn't going that well for me. Until I defended 6-4 offsuit from the big blind versus an under the gun open and a small blind call. And the small blind was a bit of a loose, aggressive player. Under the gun was a man who appeared really angry as the hand began, which was confusing to me because I felt like everything had been chill to that point. But he had about, I think, 20, 25 big blinds, and he had raised, and small blind asked to look at his stack, and he was very demonstrative. Oh, it's right here. It's right. Just look at it. Like, oof, he's upset. And I thought, well, if I flop really good, probably can get it all. Probably get a full double up. And it came 5-3 deuce. I flopped the nuts. Small blind bet small. I just called, and then under the gun went all in. You love to hear those words when you have the stone cold nuts, especially in the main event, in the money. And I snapped it off. and we held against his pocket sevens, and that kind of helped us spin up, get us an above average stack. He handled the beat very well. He was really cool about it because I think he was mad at the other guy, not me. The other guy had been very aggressive, and that can be frustrating. But yeah, I had that hand, and then yeah, those are the big ones. Hello, Net Jam. A minute 48 left. All right. Not a lot of time. Not a lot of time. We're all in. Is it because we have a good hand? Is it because we're trying to get a hand in and a double up before the late registration ends? I don't know. Could be either one. I'll show you if you guys fold. Was not a good hand, but Jack or a 3 will do it. No. All right. Now the race to get the buy-in in. 38 seconds left to rebuy. All right. We were unable to get a big double. Oh, well, you know what? I'm not going to play this hand. All right. So late reg has now officially ended. 240 players, meaning the $260 overlay. 244 actually. So yeah. Good luck, everybody still in. Good luck to if somebody knocked out Lime. I don't know if they got the ticket from Lime yet. So 36 places get paid. $50 bounty is the max one. Afternoon money. How's poker coming along? Oh, today's great, man. Today we are limited to losing only a handful of buy-ins. Oh, that's a tough lot for Cindy. Top pair against top and bottom pair. So just playing the home game today. I do have a game on the side actually, but whatever. Nice, relaxing, casual day. And I have some friends visiting me in town who arrived today. My mom arrived to visit yesterday. So it's just a calm, chill poker day followed by some good hangs. want to do that. Mighty says he cannot wait for me to come up with a video of the super run in the main event. When will 888 have it on their YouTube? I think within a month we'll start releasing episodes. I'm not sure exactly when, but I am very excited to see it too. Last year, obviously, I made a deep run, but on my final day, there was barely any coverage, which is just because, you know, we only paid production to be out there for so long. Who would have thought one of our ambassadors would make a deep run? And I was ace queen, way ahead now. Jack on the river for Larissa. 10 on the river, actually. Gives her a straight. I assume. Maybe I shouldn't make that assumption. Anyway, congrats, Larissa. You heard I got it in worse than Easty on day 2? Well, what you have to consider about that is that I'm me and you're you. So I actually got it in pretty good and you got it in pretty bad. But yes, Easty will also be featured in the 888 Poker docuseries. A brief cameo at the table and then mostly hanging out behind me, giving me, you know, Gatorade and pep talks, which honestly, he did a great job at. As much as I'd like to insult him, he was a great vibes bringer and motivator. Anyway, we're going to go on break now. 5-minute break. Gonna put on this break video and hope that it works. I don't know. Had some problems with it earlier. We'll see. Good luck, us.
It comes 700,000 from Murciano, and from what we know of Falcon, he's going to jam. Murciano absolutely snaps it off, and there is 8.9 million chips in this pot. Now ace-10 suited, facing the open of Dancy, who will not fancy playing a significant pot with Murciano. Just going to call. But in great shape. Pipping the ace-8 suited of Dancy. So we take a flop. And it does have an ace, but it also has an 8. 2 pair for Dancy. And Murciano pairs his ace and will believe there's a good chance it's ahead. Not always. Doesn't have to be a total disaster for Murciano, this one.
No, but definitely has one of the stronger hands in his range here. And versus small bet, we've seen him be aggressive before. This time decides just to call.
Three of clubs on the turn. Murciano picks up a flush draw and checks. Dancy will almost certainly bet the turn. And will need to fade a club to avoid disaster.
Yeah, definitely want to be value betting your 2.
Just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we
Mighty says he cannot wait for me to come up with a video of the super run in the main event. When will 888 have it on their YouTube? I think within a month we'll start releasing episodes. I'm not sure exactly when, but I am very excited to see it too. Last year, obviously I made a deep run, but on my final day, there was barely any coverage, which is just because, you know, we only paid production to be out there for so long. Who would have thought one of our ambassadors would make a deep run? And I was ace queen, way ahead now. Jack on the river for Larissa. 10 on the river, actually. Gives her a straight. I assume. Maybe I shouldn't make that assumption. Anyway, congrats, Larissa. You heard I got it in worse than Easty on day 2? Well, what you have to consider about that is that I'm me, and you're you. So I actually got it in pretty good, and you got it in pretty bad. But yes, Easty will also be featured in the 888 Poker docu-series. A brief cameo at the table, and then mostly hanging out behind me, giving me, you know, Gatorade and pep talks. Which, honestly, he did a great job at. As much as I'd like to insult him, he was a great vibes bringer and motivator. Anyway, we're going to go on break now. 5-minute break. Gonna put on this break video and hope that it works. I don't know. Had some problems with it earlier. We'll see. Good luck, us.
Here comes 700,000 from Murciano. From what we know of Falcon, he's gonna jam. Murciano absolutely snaps it off. And there is 8.9 million chips in this pot. Now ace-10 suited, facing the open of Dancy, who will not fancy playing a significant pot with Murciano. Just going to call. But in great shape, pipping the ace-8 suited of Dancy. So we take a flop, and it does have an ace, but it also has an 8. 2 pair for Dancy, and Murciano pairs his ace, and will believe there's a good chance it's ahead. Not always. Doesn't have to be a total disaster for Murciano, this one.
No, but definitely has one of the stronger hands in his range here. And versus small bet, we've seen him be aggressive before. This time decides just to call.
Three of clubs on the turn. Murciano picks up a flush draw and checks. Dancy will almost certainly bet the turn. And will need to fade a club to avoid disaster.
Yeah, definitely want to be value betting your 2 pair here. And Murciano doesn't really mind if his opponent bets. Yes, he could be behind, but he has so much equity and a very strong bluff catcher. You almost hope your opponent bets. And he gets what he might want.
550k from Dancy is big. A large bet.
He bet 1 big blind on the flop, and now pot on the turn. He'll have about 1 million behind if called into a pot of 1.6, setting up a potential river jam. And there are a lot of rivers that Murciano wants him to jam on.
Announces call, and this is a monumental river for these players, as it's hard to imagine Dancy would be dissuaded by a club from value betting the river, depending on its nature. Murciano looking to find the backdoor nut flush to put Dancy in serious trouble. The river's the king of clubs. Murciano takes the lead with the nuts and has not checked yet.
He hasn't checked yet. Opponent does have a little over half pot behind, maybe 1.1 and a 1.7. Typically, you will check here when you have the ace of clubs because you block top pair hands as well. So you want to give your opponent a chance to bluff, but he is leading at it.
He's going to lead small. Really, really small. Designed to look like a stunting bet. To encourage Dancy to believe that his hand may be best. And Dancy, faced with the opportunity to reopen the action and go for more value with his two pair. How often does he believe that Murciano leads this small with a hand this good?
You don't see it that often. You do want to have it in part of the range. Use the time bank there. Now we are at a final table, so winning the max amount of chips is not the most important thing. You do want to ladder. You do want to make more money. And so, because of the situation, you might be more inclined to call. But it is a very small
He's all
bet.
in. Murciano is going to double check the nuts and snap it off, and Dancy runs into the trap of the big Spaniard. Went for the value. You really can't blame him. Couldn't have imagined that Murciano would lead for such a small sizing with a hand like that, and must shuffle every single chip over to Murciano, who extends his chip lead even further. Dancy flopping two pair, but the backdoor flush, and he can't quite believe it. That'll do for Murciano, who will continue the pressure. And
We are back. I do want to reiterate how great Dancy looked. Like, you never want to lose, but if you look that good, have you really lost? Like the glasses, the scarf. Never got to fully appreciate that. I was too locked in on the action of the poker tournament. So the mystery bounties are in play. $50 bounty in play. I'm going to try to bring up as many tables as I can to sweat it all, but as you guys know, it is very difficult when there are 20 tables around. Let's just find it right here. Let's find the 50 right here. I'm going to actually turn off music till the 50 bounties resumed, because there's a chance that it gets caught in the clip and then it's annoying and, you know, whatever. Move an all in there. We had a knockout here. Ace 8 beat Kings. Min. All right. Min. Cindy with the limp. And we are going to wager all of our chips. Larissa puts it in behind very quickly. All right. Not a great spot. Not ideal. However, we probably have, you know, we could win with a flush. Could win with a flush. No, that's not it. That is actually a card that gives us the worst hand. But it gives Cindy the best one. And maybe she can find the $50 bounty. That was Larissa's bounty. Our bounty's coming up right here. Ours was also similar. All right, unlucky. GG, good luck, Cindy. Unlike Poker Utopia, we actually mean it. All right, well. keep hunting for the bounty. Bring up all the tables I can. This is why you have a 24 table layout, chat. This is why you do these sort of things. Did we even lose a player? No. Lost one here. Min bounty. The music went away? Yeah, I removed it because I thought maybe it would over... I don't know. You know what? You're right. Doesn't matter. 4-way all in here. Da 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 da. Lose a player. Guard. Haven't seen any big bounties yet. Only the small ones. Which means the big ones are there somewhere. Maybe if the music wasn't so terrible, it might be good. I mean, this song was like top of the charts for a while. Just so you know. 8 billion people can't be wrong. Every 7-year-old girl in the entire Western Hemisphere cannot be wrong. Ace King's gonna knock out 2 players here. And then we'll do a keyword. Still min bounties. Still min. Look at this. There have only been min bounties pulled so far. Not even a 750. All right, so let's give you something, chat. Keyword is ready. Type the keyword in the chat. You can win a $54 888 poker ticket. And 55 actually. Extra bonus dollar just for you. $55 ticket. And the keyword is hero. Hero. Lime Ricky actually wrote it before I even said it. However, that's fine. Keyword is hero. And that is because of my hero call in the main event that Lime Ricky will kindly post a link to. One of the sickest calls I've ever made and one of the biggest spots I've ever had. Feel free to watch that clip. Maybe even like the post. I don't know. Support your favorite home game streamer this week. Last time we saw Can, he was down to 51K. Lose the big pot here, but still has 54. Fives are going to knock out 2 players. Will we see our first non-minimum mystery bounty? Crazy. Still minimum. Look at this. Basically 160 total bounties, and so far we've only pulled mins. And another minimum. Lime Ricky survives. We have another all in here. Ace on the flop. And maybe our first $1 plus bounty. We are ready for the draw. We're ready to give away some real bounties. Powers09. Congratulations. You've won the $55 ticket. Still one remaining. Still minimum. This has to be some sort of record. How is it even possible? Still min. Min for complete for Gyurka. And here, 2 shots at a bounty that's more than $1. Wow, we've pulled close to 40 bounties so far, and not a single one over 37 cents. Another min there. I'm trying to find them, guys. It's just the bounties haven't been pulled yet. Six five gets there against Queen 10. Nope. What about here? Still no. I mean, surely we'll get something here, right? Am I doing this right? Are we sure? I mean, look. All the big bounties still in play. Queen's hold. You know what? I don't need my anymore. Well, I might need that one actually a little bit. What is going on? We've now pulled close to 50 bounties. Using we a little liberally, but probability's dead. I mean, the odds of pulling the big one go up every time. Still a min. Still a min. Don't worry, guys. I am frantically sweating all the all-ins that I can. And we might have found one. All on a call here after the limp. What's it like? 1 in 5 is not min? Something like that. I just saw another min one get pulled. So yeah, officially over 50 bounties pulled so far. Not a single 750, 1250, 25, or 50. Which means if you're still in this game, you have a good shot getting a big bounty. You know who doesn't have a big shot? Me. Because I'm out. GG Gyurka. He sits out before the river is dealt. Will this be it? Our first one? No. Are the big bounties here? Did we forget to put them into the game? I don't know. Worst hands. Knocks out 2 players. Min. Min! Alright, what about this one? He knocked out 2 players with a flush. What is going on? We must have forgot to put them in the game. Nearly 60 bounties pulled so far. It would be pretty amusing if we actually didn't put any big bounties in there. I would find it funny. People would get annoyed, you know. That's what happens, but I would publicly say, oh, this is unacceptable. But secretly I would be like, How'd you even do that? How'd they even work? $60 bounties pulled, nothing over a 750. In fact, nothing, not even a 750. I do get a little more concerned with every pull. I won't lie to you. Just saw another min bounty as well. Could Link be our first big bounty winner? No. What a brutal river for the Pocket Kings. All right, I'm getting a little worried. Just, I mean, a little bit. Is the mystery bounty machine broken? I mean, I don't think so. King's Hold. Lime Ricky. A chance at our first big bounty. We'll have 2 shots at it, maybe more. That's another minimum. To be fair, there's only 3, 6, 11 out of the 154 that are big bounties, so King on the turn, but she'll need more than that. I believe Lime Ricky will knock out at least one player. Bounties will be opened. And worst hands is out. Noodaloo. Come on, Noodaloo. Come on, Noodaloo. Still min. It's going to be like the floodgates. One's going to hit, and they're all going to hit. Was cursing in the song? Who knew that? Weird. You think they're coming out of order? Would be unique. Do lose a player here with Jackson. GG. Another min. All right, Pocket Jacks. 2 shots at it. Break the streak.
Online hustle chips in the virtual space, grinding through the night, adrenaline's my base. Got my cards tight, patience in my veins, all about that stack, breaking mental chains. MTTs pushing chips like a boss. Bubble burst, time to flip.
Oh, look. 1250. It does exist. We found a 1250. Found a 1250. It's in there somewhere. See? We'll go here. Here we go. Another 1250. Took a while. We got 2 of them now. And minimum for Darius or Science. Komodo Dragon Jesus. Love to see it. Sorry, bud. It's just true. Someone said that bounties would go in order, but clearly that's not the case. Because you can see the 1250s were above the 750s, so it is... Randomness is weird, guys. It happens. Theoretically, there should be a day where it does go in direct order if we ran this tournament for a long enough time, right? You had it to the river? Unfortunately, the river is a very important part of the game, Lime. Very important part. Arguably the most important street. So if anything, I would say, if you're going to prioritize when to be ahead in the hand, I would pick river. That's just me. Oh, I'm just, again, free coaching, no worries. We do lose a player here. Back to the mins. We've lost 2 1250 bounties and 82 minimum bounties. Down to 73 players, closer to the money now. 41 get paid. 48 actually, even better. $25. There we go. One of our top 3 bounties. Oof. Russo finds it. Can he find a big bounty? Will he find min like everybody else? Min. I feel like when you suck out, a min bounty's fair. Three-way all in. You know what? Make it 4. LDG is going to win the most here. And Chameleon wins 40 as a side. I guess that is a pretty big side vote. Again, when you see the C right there, you know it's pennies. So we need to get rid of that. I keep saying it, but morale would improve. We got rid of those pesky letters. Cindy finds a river chop. It's drawing pretty thin. We're going to run out of those min bounties very soon. 59 of them left. That seems like too many, but it is the right amount. Oh! 750, a first one of the day. Hello, Wayne. Do. Wow. What a run out for B. Kuso. And rewarded with a small bounty. Down to 8 tables. $48 get paid, 66 players remain. 56 are the min bounties. Oh no. We talked about this earlier. Can had that huge chip lead and saw him go after a few bounties, just could not win a single one. But Hamilion now, beneficiary of that Jack's hold. Nuts on the turn for Bikuso. Lime Ricky is out. Beach is out. Our other $25 bounty. Again, I told you they exist. Just buried deep in the RNG. That means our biggest 2 bounties. That should update. Wait. There it is. Biggest bounty still remains, the 50. The 25s are gone. Still 1 1250 and nearly all the 750s. Monkeys can type Shakespeare with infinite time. I guess that's true. How could I prove that it's false? Big blind is all in here.
Maybe I listen more than you think, and I can tell that somebody sold you. We said we'd never let anyone in. We said we'd only die of lonely secrets. The system only dreams in total darkness. Why are you hiding from me? We're in a different kind of thing now. All night you're talking to God. I thought that this would all work out after a while. Now you're saying that I'm asking for too much attention. Also no other faith is light enough for this place. We said we'd only die of lonely secrets. The system only dreams in total darkness. Why are you hiding from me? We're in a different kind of thing now. All night you're talking to God.
He calls behind. Uso in great shape going to the river. And he will knock out 2 people. Very unlucky for Greg. Big bounty's still there. Down to 61 players. 48 get paid. So now we have the big bounty in play. Close to the bubble. Fun to see how people are going to react to that. If Bikuso does not claim his prize in time of the $55 ticket, I will give it away to myself. Komodo with the open jam of 20 bigs. Gets called by ace 4. 4 on the flop. And 4 science. Komodo Dragon Jesus finds a King River. Oh, oh, oh! What a troll. You see the 50, but it's 750. Still a great bounty, given what's left. And that jam is all in. Got 2 all-ins on top of the net jam all-in. Bop, bop. And net jam does have the best hand. No. Nuts for JMO88. Can they find it? Nope. Big bounty's still out there. 8 players from the money. Hello, Grogu. Eight players to the money. So do you play tight? Do you play for the min cash? Do you play for the bounty? Nine on the turn. We have it all in on a call. 5s and king queen. A lot of equity for the king queen. Overcards, straight draw, finds a queen. Wild 8 was our first chip leader of this tournament. Got in pocket fours against aces on the flop and found a 4 river. Still alive here on the bubble. Soft bubble. Good call from Piano Cat. Can she hold? Ugh. Really unlucky. Great call. And just learn with me. Boy, would I like to learn how to get there when I get it in bad. Well played by both, though. Unlucky for Piano Cat. All right, Hamillion with a chance with kings. Great hand to have here. One of the worst turns in the deck, though. And Hamillion survives. Not only that, he will get a bounty. A 37-cent bounty. Six players with the money. Unlucky run out for Cindy. Lucky for It's the Pits. Another min bounty has been claimed. And now Darius moving all in here. I'm not supposed to tell you what I think he has. Never bluffing. Never bluffing. No way. Wasn't a bluff. What do you know? Never seen this guy bluff a river in a tournament my whole life. Entire adult life. Every time he's bet the river, he's had it. To be fair, I've only seen him do it like 4 times, but a pattern is a pattern is a pattern. Hey, B. Kuso, congratulations on knocking out Lime Ricky. You'll win a $55 ticket. It was going to be $54, but I gave you the extra $1. Make sure to tell everybody. Six tables, 52 players, 4 to the money. Ace Jack versus Ace 4. What a brutal, brutal flop for Darwin. $750. Okay. Lose the player. We are hand for hand now. Another 750 and a min. I think we're in the money. It might be 49. Might be in the money. Direct bubble. All in a call on the direct bubble. And Thoy does find the double up. It was a nice value bet. Still bubble. We have a player all in the big blind. Forced all in. Aries calls with queens. Queens are ahead. Well, they're ahead for the side pot. And they are ahead for the main pot. They're ahead for every part of the pot. The bubble's going to burst right here. And he does get 2 bounties as well. 2 shots at $50. Doesn't get the first one. Does not get the second one. But hand for hand play has ended. We do lose Stevie the Chef as well, but I think he'll make the money because another stack was shorter than him. Congrats, in the money. And now it's time to hunt for some bounties. Yeah, Stevie the Chef and Tarkan 915 did make the money despite busting there because they had more chips than the winner SP. Congrats to Rojo. Look at that 0.6 big blind just sneak right in there. Martinoni. Unlucky. Did cash though off that short stack.
My ears are tired of all the pictures in the words, 'cause you are in them still.
And it's a min bounty. What about here? Another min bounty, and then a 4-way all in. Where the king is gonna, I think, take it all. Yeah, 3 shots at the $50 bounty right here. RPC. All right, the first one, not 50. Second one, not 50. It's got to be 1 out of 3, really. No, 3 mins. Unlucky, but you did win the pot, which is good. King, queen takes it. Min bounty. 750 bounty here. So just to update, we have 3 750s, 1 1250, and 150. That's a minimum. And 4-3 will get 2 shots at the remaining big bounty, the grand prize. Not in the first one. Not in the second. "35 players remain. Eight min bounties and counting. Congrats. Hard to do. The real medal, the real test, you know, of a great mystery bounty player is if you can possibly win the tournament and only get min bounties the whole way. That's a true champion. Oh, you hit the biggest bounty and you got out 83rd? Cool, bro. Whatever. Lucky. Doc Mantouche going after Learn With Me. Deuce on the flop. And Learn With Me did get lucky earlier near the bubble. Gets unlucky here. Still min. Did lose a player up here. Another minimum bounty. And here it's middle set for RPC. Gonna knock out 3 players. It's the best chance anyone's had to get the $50 bounty today. Maybe a 1 in 10 shot. Okay, 750. One of the remaining. Oh, 1250. That's the last 1250. That's pretty good. Another min. All right. So about 13 or so in bounties there. Not bad, actually. Claim the last 1250. There's still 2 750s available. 28 37 centers and 1 $50 bounty. Pitts finds a 6 on the flop. Cindy needs help. GG Pitts. Well, GG Cindy. Nice hand, Pitts. Really unlucky spot there for Cindy. Does cash. And Pitts does not find the big bounty. But I'm sure he'll be content with the big pot. 28 players left. $50 up top. And a $50 bounty still remains somewhere in these envelopes. I'm going to come back from break and watch the players continue to hunt for that bounty. as well as do another keyword giveaway for a $55 ticket on 888 Poker. Back in 5.
Here comes 700,000 from Murciano, and from what we know of Falcon, he's going to jam. Murciano absolutely snaps it off, and there is 8.9 million chips in this pot. Now ace-10 suited, facing the open of Dancy, who will not fancy playing a significant pot with Murciano. Just going to call. But in great shape, pipping the ace-8 suited of Dancy. So we take a flop, and it does have an ace, but it also has an 8. 2 pair for Dancy, and Murciano pairs his ace and will believe there's a good chance it's ahead. Not always. Doesn't have to be a total disaster for Murciano, this one.
No, but definitely has one of the stronger hands in his range here. And versus small bet, we've seen him be aggressive before. This time decides just to call.
Three of clubs on the turn. Murciano picks up a flush draw and checks. Dancy will almost certainly bet the turn, and will need to fade a club to avoid disaster.
Yeah, definitely want to be value betting your 2 pair here. And Murciano doesn't really mind if his opponent bets. Yes, he could be behind, but he has so much equity and a very strong bluff catcher. You almost hope your opponent bets, and he gets what he might want.
550k from Dancy is big. A large bet.
He bet 1 big blind on the flop, and now pot on the turn. He'll have about 1 million behind if called into a pot of 1.6, setting up a potential river jam. And there are a lot of rivers that Murciano wants him to jam on.
Announces call, and this is a monumental river for these players, as it's hard to imagine Dancy would be dissuaded by a club from value betting the river, depending on its nature. Murciano looking to find the backdoor nut flush to put Dancy in serious trouble. The river's the king of clubs. Murciano takes the lead with the nuts and has not checked yet.
He hasn't checked yet. Opponent does have a little over half pot behind, maybe 1.1 and a 1.7. Typically you will check here when you have the ace of clubs, because you block top pair hands as well. So you want to give your opponent a chance to bluff, but he is leading at it.
He's going to lead small. Really, really small. Designed to look like a stunting bet, to encourage Dancy to believe that his hand may be best. And Dancy, faced with the opportunity to reopen the action and go for more value with his 2 pair. How often does he believe that Murciano leads this small with a hand this good?
You don't see it that often. You do want to have it in part of the range. Use the time bank there. Now we are at a final table, so winning the max amount of chips is not the most important thing. You do want to ladder. You do want to make more money. And so, because of the situation, you might be more inclined to call. But it is a very small
He's all
bet.
in. Murciano is going to double check the nuts and snap it off, and Dancy runs into the trap of the big Spaniard. Went for the value. You really can't blame him. Couldn't have imagined that Murciano would lead for such a small sizing with a hand like that. and must shuffle every single chip over to Murciano, who extends his chip lead even further. Dancy flopping 2-pair, but the backdoor flush, and he can't quite believe it. That'll do for Murciano, who will...
And we're back. Lost in that Dancy Murciano clip is, you see at the end, Dancy just look up, just let out a little sigh. And we've all been there. We know exactly how that feels. 28 left. Pretty great gamble spot. Just because the payouts are flat. $50 bounty still in play. That's what you get for winning first place.
What's so civil about war anyway?
Unlucky. Run Gooder had him dead to 2 kings, 3 aces, basically. But to everyone's happiness, the big bounty's still in. Doing all in over the river bet from JMO, and Doc takes it down. Interesting to see a check raise in this sort of a texture when the big blind defends off 12 bigs, whatever. You just don't see a lot of strong hands there because typically all the strong aces and, you know, pocket queens, pocket fours shove back pre. So the next bounty that we see, next envelope we see open, I will also open a keyword for you, chat. So you pay attention, and the minute another envelope is opened up, I will release the keyword. Here's your chance. All in a call. And a call behind. And you are going to see an envelope opened up. RPC wins the side pot, I believe, against LDG. Actually, Demetrius does. Min bounty, but good news. Keyword incoming. Keyword is going to be summer. because it is summer right now, number one. And there's a second part of it, too. I just want to make sure I'm allowed to talk about it. Yes, the 888 Poker Summerfest is going on right now. Pre-roll promotion runs between July 20th through August 16th. There's a variety of challenges you can have, but, you know, are complete. Basically, they gain you access to the Summerfest free rolls. And at the end of those, one lucky person is going to win a 888 Poker Live London package for free. Last year, I personally paid for someone to enter the 888 Poker Live London event, and they ended up cashing it, I believe, for about 2,500 pounds or quids or whatever, you know, currency they use over there. But this year, 888's decided they're going to foot the bill, which is great, because I don't have to. Summer. Type the keyword in. Make sure you listen to why. Did anybody even look at the hero call hand? Oh my god. So sick. It's an awesome hand. Komodo's going to need a 9, or Vera will double through, and he does. I had the 7 of hearts on a board with 4 hearts on it. My opponent had I had check raise flop. My opponent went all in. Crazy. In the main event. Am I allowed to put links in here? I don't know. What are they going to do? Fire me midstream? Who am I, Ryan Clark? They're not going to fire me in the middle of the show. The number of people who get the Ryan Clark reference are, like, very limited. There, you can find the hero call there. I posted it. Enjoy. Hit the like button. You don't even actually have to like it. Just pretend you're my wife and just are hitting the button to support me, but you don't actually watch my content. Is it a video on YouTube? I mean, it's a clip that was posted by 888 Poker and I believe Poker.org.
Never good enough. Never satisfied with nothing. Never
It's true,
good
Dex. She doesn't,
enough.
doesn't watch my stuff.
Never
Oh, I see what you mean.
satisfied
On my stream, we would go into that. On here, we gotta just gotta nip that in the bud. Last chance for the giveaway. You type the word in, you might win something. Flush draw. Does not get there. Min bounty. $23 players.
Take a hit, shoot me down, shoot me down. I won't ever hit the ground, playing dead I'll never do. Gotta keep an eye on you. Patience is wearing thin, paper thin. Promises.
It's the Pits finds a queen on the turn. Can he find the $50 bounty? 1 in 23 shot. That is a min one. That is not the one he was hoping for. Several all-ins here. And why Roots? You've won the giveaway. Congrats. Needs a fade, a spade. Oh, spade for Amikas. Darius does win the side pot. Does knock out a player. Does not win the $50 bounty. How did he get to keep his username? When I joined 888, they said my username, which was Barone68 with an EH, as in Canadian, that wasn't allowed. Had to have our real name on there. Apparently, if you're Komodo Dragon Jesus, you can do whatever you want. Seems unfair. Another shot for the pits. Not there. All right. Did lose one here. King 9 finds the hold, but not the bounty. Persistent has been sitting out for a while. RPC knocks out another player. Beliezer. We are getting closer and closer to a final table with the biggest bounty in play. Down to 16 players. And Plinko is all in, gets called. Only a queen will help. And Plinko gets a bounty. Not the big one. Bad beat. As you can see, again, 2 750s, all the mins, and a $50 bounty in play. 15 remain. 8 make the final table. Yeah, I mean, that's true. 37 is better than 36, unless we're talking about age. But you're right. That is improvement. You're going the right direction. All in is called. It is a flip. Doc needs a fade. Does not fade the straight completer on the river. Coca-Cola with a full double up. Makes for more exciting viewing when the 50's in play. It makes for more exciting commentary. Good value shove there by Chameleon. Ace 5 versus Kings. Ace on the turn for Coca-Cola. And Plinko laughing on the outside. Probably not laughing on the inside. GG Plinko. Down to 14. And a 3-way all in here. Maybe 4. It's going to be 3. That'll do it. Top set for Russo. Well, middle set, but who's, splitting hairs here. 1 bounty as well. Maybe not. Might go to Demetrius. $15 left. 2 players with a big blind or less. Deserve them in. I mean, a jack would have been worse than an ace, just in terms of how it hits you in the feels. Chameleon gets another one. I feel like Chameleon makes deep runs in these things all the time. And gonna get one of the remaining 750s. That is a fun sweat. Now, Persistent is all in. I imagine there will be some action here. Also, for Science, Komodo defending the big. And here's the action we're talking about. A limp from Doc, a shove from Pitts, a call. Doc needs a queen. Not a queen. Pitts might not like the free roll flame out, but he has to love 888 Poker TV home game. 2 knockouts. That's not the right one. Another shot at it, though. The final 750. All right, we won't be trolled anymore. Only thing left now, it's feast or famine, chat. You're either going to get the biggest bounty in the game or the smallest one. Don't get there it is, see? All or nothing. Down to 12 players. Yeah, not bad. Okay. Shove over the limp. We get a call. And Kuso calls as well. 10s against 2 different king 9s. And Komodo Dragon fades it. Hand for hand now. 10 left. But will the mystery bounty of $50 also be left? It will be. Also, I'm all in with queens. Come on. What in the world? Just a 20 big line open jam. Alright, GG. Hand for hand. Cooler. Yeah, what are you going to do? 20 big blinds, 6 high. Just got to shove it all in. Unlucky. Classic cooler. One of us has pocket queens. Other person has 6 high and a broken fold button. Anyway, back to the main event here, which today is the home game. It was also suited, that's true. Had a lot of equity after the flop. Moving all in over here. Pitts jamming the flop against 2 short stacks. All right. There's a pay jump between the current one and 9th. A 1 buy-in plus pay jump. Two pair for Pitts. How did this happen? What was the pre-flop action? How do we have 10-4 off first kings? I have so many questions. But those have to wait. Check raise and call by Hamillion. Great card in the turn for Hamillion's range here. He's going to have a lot more of top pairs now than Poor Science will have in the big blind, and it goes bet call. Too excited. Big one for their Hamillion. All right. We are now final table. Congrats to Carousel, who made it with 0.2 bigs. 9 players left. $50 up top, 50, 67, and a $50 bounty in play. The big bounty has made the final table. Going to knock out 2 players. Huge one to start the final table. Will now be a massive chip leader and an amazing chance at winning the big bounty here. Not yet. One more. Also not there. Unfortunate for Pitts, but fortunate for people who are watching this and excited to see what happens now. Carousel, by the way, gets 2 ladders off 0.2 big blinds. Nearly doubles his money, actually. What a hero. Unlucky. Blinds go up in 41 seconds. You made the final table 3 times in a row? It's really impressive. But have you won it yet? 3rd time's the charm, they say. It's time for the next and final keyword. Keyword is big, big bounty. 1 word. It might look like 3, but it's 1. All in on a call. Ace Jack against 8s and 10-8. Everybody's live going to the river. And Vera is going to win this one. Great laddering by Carousel. The bounty, though, stays live. Again, is the $50 bounty in play? You think it is. I hope it is. 6 players. Remember, type in the keyword for a $55 ticket. You might get it. Probably won't, but you might. You definitely won't get it if you don't type the keyword in. Come back, Vera. Come back.
You should have seen by the look in my eyes, baby. There was something missing. You should have known by the tone of my voice, maybe, but you didn't listen.
Pitts takes down a limp pot. Last chance for the keyword.
But you never played. Instead, you lay still in the grass, or coiled up in innocence. And though I know all about those men, still I don't remember. 'Cause it was us, baby, way before then.
Great spot for Pitts to be betting here, even though it is a limp pot. He's going to have a lot more strong hands on this sort of a board than the big blind when it goes limp check off 9 bigs. And now things change a little bit. Just because big blind will have a lot of 9s. Rare to see a straight here. For a lot of 9s. So check, check, and 10-6 takes it down. And you gotta wonder, a little more breathing on this pot. Could have Pitts taken it down. Million check calls the flop. Check calls turn. It's a big pot now, and it goes check, check. And a million trapping the whole way. Didn't really love that river, but does take down a big pot. Hello, Dawn. Sunday was pretty bad for me. I had a few really great deep sweats that were ended by very bad beats. Aces all in against ace 9, you know, for a chip lead with 40k up top. Who cares? And then 18 left with like 15k up top, getting in the nuts against 2 pair with the chip lead as well. However, I did have a pretty good weekend before that, so. Jam and a snap call. Vera slow playing the jack 8 and just gets unlucky that a million finds a straight river and a min bounty. But congrats, Vera, on your 3rd straight final table in this tournament. I actually don't know if anyone's ever done that. GG. Down to 5. Again, $50 bounty still in play. Russo with a great job laddering off 2 big blinds. Rivet also all in, and Pitts calls out of the big blind. 9.7 in the main, 7.9 in the side, between Chameleon and Pitts. Check, 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 check. And just shoves the river with a stone bluff. But he does win the side pot. Rivet wins the main. And a min bounty. Guys, we are 4-handed. And the biggest bounty is still in play. $50 for first, $50 for the top bounty. Still 100 binds in play. And the blinds are going to go up next hand. Each player now guaranteed $19.27 plus the bounties they've won so far. None of them have won a lot. Biggest bounty so far is $10.80 by the Pits. Chameleon has $8.60. For Science has $3.28, and Rivet has $1.09. Queen, Jack, Ace, King. And Komodo Dragon Jesus on bullet number 4 has just won a huge double up. I mean, there's 3 mins, one big one. It said 4 before just because it hadn't updated. All in a call. Ace 10, King 10. Pitts turns some equity. Needs a heart. Finds it. Makes a straight and a flush. Brutal for Rivet. But Pitts now has a shot at that big bounty. Big bounty. But he finds the little bounty. So 3 left now. It says 3, but 2 of the min bounties in play, 1 of the max bounty in play. Swings. By the way, this band right here, you might recognize them because they sing Josh Manley Poker's intro theme song. It's real, it's a true thing. Him getting, the band's called Less Than Jake. I think him getting them to sing his theme song is like me getting Nickelback to sing mine. Probably could at this point. Pay like $800 for it. Good bet, Net Jam. Last hand at this level. All players guaranteed. $26.62. But that $50 bounty is looming. And the next pay jump's only $10.